Well, boys, this is it. The end of times, the darkest of days. I hope you stocked up on Chef Boyardee. I hope you're safe, because the world is about to explode, and Apple will never be the same. Or some plans are changing, and that's it. Okay, so story numero uno, Apple is seriously, that's in quotes, according to the script that I'm reading, Apple is seriously concerned about these totally not great sales for the iPhone 14 Plus. And that has led them to thinking about switching up the iPhone 15 lineup. You could see, right? You could see how this would be a problem because Apple, this is way too late in the game for Apple to decide to change anything about the iPhone 15 lineup. So if they're seriously considering this, to do this now, this late in the game, bad news bears. Thanks to a perfectly shady post by user UX1122 on the site Naver. I have never seen that site before. We've learned that due to these lower sales of the non-Pro iPhones, Tim Cook is about to beat whatever intern came up with the current product strategy. Okay, now this post has been translated to English, and I can barely read that. So here goes. Apple recently announced a decline in sales from major supply chain parts companies, as well as the current iPhone 14 Plus and the basic model internally. It is said that the decline is far beyond the range predicted by the external environment, so it is taking it seriously. Therefore, it is said that various ways are being considered to make up for the release of the iPhone 15 series. Alright, so yeah, obviously sales are not great for the non-Pro iPhones, but it's this next part that is, like, not a good idea. UX1122's blog goes on to say that Apple's plan is either to, number one, consider reducing the difference between the Pro model and the base model, or two, majorly adjust the pricing of the future iPhone 15 Plus device, because that seems to be the sticking point for consumers. We've heard, how do I say this professionally, way less shadier than sources like Kuoming Chi say the opposite. He has gone on record saying Apple's product strategy for the iPhone 15 lineup is actually to further differentiate these devices. So, how would that help? Exactly. Wouldn't making the iPhone 15 base model more pro-y and the iPhone 15 Pro less pro-y just end up cannibalizing sales from one side and making things look better than they are? The source of this post and everything surrounding it is kind of blurry, kind of silly. The title might as well could have just been iPhone 14 Plus sales real bad. Tim Cook freaks out and trashes a Pizza Hut. There, that's basically as accurate as this blog post might be. To be clear, even though this post is coming from a pretty sketchy source, personally, the concept of this whole thing, the concept of what this person is trying to say, does make sense. To put it simply, I don't think Apple knows what happened here. I don't think they know what to do next, charging so much for the iPhone 14 Plus while making it also kinda lame, pushing users to buy the Pro models instead. That has bitten them right directly in their Apple balls. It's rare to see a decision like from them go so horribly wrong. It's weird to see a decision from Apple work so obviously not well. I'm looking at you, weird sunflower iMac. I don't know what you should do, Tim. But you gotta leave that Pizza Hut, that's for sure. They're gonna call the police. They're gonna call the police if you keep kicking over all the tables and making a mess. As your advisor, leave the Pizza Hut. This was supposed to be an analogy for something, but I don't remember what it was. So here we are. Okay. It's been a while since we had a VPN sponsor this show, and that's because we're kind of picky these days about who we let on and who we don't. You know what a VPN is. You know what it does. Let's tell you about our favorite one currently. This episode is sponsored by PureVPN, but it's also a VPN that I've just been personally using for a bit. They've got all these new features and add-ons lately, like PureKeep, a digital vault for all your passwords, Pure Privacy, helping you take back control of your privacy settings online, and Pure Encrypt, a cloud security tool that encrypts your digital files so you can safely store them online. It's a one-solution VPN that covers all your needs, ranging from becoming anonymous, surfing safely while traveling, playing games, to securing all your personal data. It even offers a dedicated dedicated IP from 7 different countries if you need a stable, static IP for yourself. Listen, I could go on and on about this. You know what a VPN is. Just trust me on this one. Go down to the description and click the link below. If you use code FPT, you'll get 10% off of all plans. But also, there's a New Year deal going on right now that gets you 89% off. This is too good to pass up. If you don't have a VPN yet, make sure to click the link down in the description. And if you're using one currently, give PureVPN a try. Thanks to PureVPN for sponsoring this episode. Oh, hey, welcome back. Okay, so story numero lasto, gather around. This is probably the most important story of the year, so listen closely. Kuo Ming-chi has analysis happened. He says that Apple is preparing production for a brand new iPad mini. Oh my, I'm about to bust all over this green screen and I don't even care who has to clean it up. It's probably me. I think it's me who has to clean it up. And I still don't even care. This is probably the best tech news I ever did see. Kuo Ming-chi on Twitter, a series of tweets says, I think it is unlikely Apple will replace the iPad mini with a foldable iPad in 2025. Good. Which may be contrary to what some media previously predicted. It's because a foldable iPad will have a markedly higher price than an iPad mini. So such a replacement is not reasonable. Additionally, Apple is currently working on a new version of the iPad mini equipped with a new processor as the main selling point, and the mass shipment is expected to start by the end of 2023 or in the first half of 24. This makes me a happy boy. So far, listen, we don't know any real technical details other than Kuo saying that the upcoming iPad mini will have a new chipset. Listen, I don't care. I just care that they care enough to make another one. As a reminder, the iPhone 14 Plus did so bad, it did so poorly, that Apple is considering, possibly, restructuring plans for iPhone 15. You know what didn't cause them to restructure anything? Because it's beautiful. It's a light in a dark place, and it doesn't cause problems for anybody ever. The iPad mini. The iPad mini is otherwise known as the official device of the Toilet Squad. It's a perfect device. I don't care what you say about the display. It's the best. And what your opinion doesn't matter. Speaking of the display, though, sadly, we haven't heard anything about 120 hertz. But, oh boy. Seriously, Kuo Ming-chi? If you want me to stain a green screen, make that tweet. I'll do it on camera. I do not even care. If the next iPad mini gets a 120 hertz display, I will shave off my eyebrows again just in pure happiness. Just because I don't know where to put all the energy. The timeline that Kuo presents to us also makes sense because it was just back on October 18th that Apple released new iPad Pro models and the iPad Normie Edition 10th Gen, which is just not, it's fine. So no more of that until at least next October or so. Boys and girls, I don't think you understand. I don't think you know just how excited this makes me. The iPad mini is the best iPad that has ever iPadded in the history of iPads, and no one can tell me otherwise, and if you try, I will smite you where you stand. You hear me, Sam Cole? You try, I will German suplex your Cabbage Patch looking ass, Boss Baby looking ass, so hard I'll turn you inside out.